असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। We were so glad to have the Honorable Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji with us, and now you all, our dear Renata, the United Nations resident coordinator in India, and beautiful soul Sue Coates and Enrico, and our Vinod Mishra ji. Last but not the least, our respected Dr. Sadhvi Bhagwati ji, and who is just left, our secretary to the Jal Shakti Ministry, Shri UP Singh ji. Many more are joined together through this conference, through this webinar. And when we came together here at Paramarth Niketan in December for the Leave No One Behind consultations, we could have never imagined that we would be seeing this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has been a global vision for us all, a global lesson also for us all. I truly believe that it has come as an ambassador of this concept of leave no one behind, allowing us to see more clearly the plight of the most vulnerable and marginalized populations. The pandemic in many ways has broken all borders and boundaries of caste, creed, color, race, religion, and country. Who could have imagined that an invisible virus would forever break all of our invisible and visible borders and boundaries? Can we believe it? It's amazing. Corona has shown the world now more than ever the eternal truth and timeless tenets of Indian cultural traditions. Our scriptures teach us Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. If I say in Hindi, the world is truly one family. When we are one, then there cannot be leaving anyone behind. There is no other to leave behind. This is the lesson we need to learn to ensure that these consultations and recommendations are actually implemented on the ground and in the field. Faith communities and faith-based organizations have a very important role to play here. Faith leaders must come together to inculcate the model, this value in their teachings, through their congregations, wherever they are, and in their practices also. This is the need of the hour. This is the need of the hour. The pandemic is the opportunity for us to reach further and work harder to ensure that these gaps are met. It is a time for us to realize that everyone's health, everyone's sanitation, everyone's access to water and hygiene, and it is our individual and collective responsibility. It is time not only for CSR, corporate social responsibility, but also for RSR, religious, social responsibility. I always remind my spiritual leaders, my brothers and sisters who are working in the fields, who are working with the people, I always remind them. And one more very important, that HSR, human social responsibility. We must remember this. India's efforts towards the SDGs, especially towards SDGs 6, have been historic under the great leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and his flagship Swachh Bharat mission. Amazing. No one could believe it, but India did it. India is on the way to do it fully, is committed, is dedicated, determined to do it, to achieve it. India has led the largest and in many ways the most successful sanitation campaign that the world has ever seen. India now must lead the way in setting the example to ensure our efforts and these great policies reach the last person in line first. That was the dream and vision of a great leader of today and tomorrow, Mahatma Gandhi. As he said so beautifully, a nation is great, the nation's greatness is measured by how it treats its weakest members. They are our family members. I think sorry, I think that is how we must measure our true GDP, by asking ourselves, how are we treating those furthest behind? Because when we touch the furthest behind first, we are doing the work of the divine. We are doing the work of God and simultaneously touching the very essence and the spirit of India, which lies at the heart of the vulnerable population. In seizing their pain and struggles, in serving them, we serve ourselves and our collective sustainable future. Lastly, I would like to add that as the United Nations and affiliated agencies push for leaving no one behind in the Sustainable Development Goals, we must also ensure that our definition of leave no one behind includes not only human beings, but all living beings. For this, we need to take care of three things. Number one, our culture. Number two, our nature. And then our future is secured. Our culture means, to me, this means not our individual cultures based on our countries or religions, but our global culture of humanity and oneness. But rather it means our culture of togetherness, our culture of sharing and caring, helping and healing each other. We need to move from culture of asking, what for me, to a culture of asking, what through me. We need to move from a culture of becoming more and more bitter every day to a culture of being better and better every day. We need to move from a greed culture to a green culture. We have to move from throw culture to a grow culture. We use and throw, but we should not only use and throw culture which we are living today. We should create a culture of use and grow culture. Let us create a culture in which we live simply so that others might simply live. Mahatma Gandhi said so beautifully, there is always enough for everyone's need, but is never enough even one person's greed. Life is not to have more. I always remind to everyone, to myself even, to life is not to have more, but to be more, to share more, to care more, to give more. Let us create a culture in which we understand the world is one family. When we look at the world as a parivar, as a family, we cooperate and share and give. our nature, which is very important. Mother Earth is now healing. We have seen it in Corona period. When we go inside, she heals. It shows us that we are the problem. And it shows us we are the solution. Today it is COVID. Tomorrow it will be something else. Even today with COVID, so many millions of people are dying each year due to air pollution and water pollution. Even today, so many more are dying of these than of COVID. When our air is polluted, our water is polluted, and our soil is polluted, how can we be healthy? Impossible. Impossible. Because if our planet and our Mother Nature thrive, then only can we thrive. I often share that there can be a plan A and plan B, but there cannot be planet B. There is only one planet. We must protect, preserve, and serve this planet. And we can, we must. The power is with us. We just celebrated World Peace Day yesterday. This is the time to ensure that as we work for peace, we pray for peace and live for peace, that no one is left behind. No one is left behind. I wish these efforts great success. And I can see that success is there because you all are working for this. You all are working very hard day and night. You are the one who are concerned about this community and the future. I am glad to see with you all our Global Interfaith Wash Alliance partnering together with the Water Supply Sanitation Collaborative Council, soon to be renamed as the Sanitation Hygiene Fund. With our beautiful and dedicated and very devoted Sioux courts, in association with the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India, and many other organizations like United Nations, I can assure you, if we work together the way we are working, everything is possible. Let us be together, work together, walk together, and save this beautiful divine planet. May God bless you all. Thank you, and thank you. I have a beautiful, this green beautiful plan to all of you to share, especially Sue. I can remind you, a lot of time is gone. Maybe now COVID is the excuse, but COVID will be very soon over. Come home and bring everyone here to Parmarth Niketan, Rishikesh on the banks of Ganga. Love you all. Thank you being here. Thank you being together. Thank you. Thank you, Renata. Thank you. And thank you, Enrico.